Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we delve into another masterpiece by the legendary Frank Lloyd Wright, the Suntrap House. As an architect, Wright's work has always fascinated me, and the Suntrap House is a brilliant example of his innovative approach to design and construction. Let's explore this unique home and uncover the genius behind its creation. The story of the Suntrap House begins in the last week of 1937, when Frank Lloyd Wright discovered a site in the Arizona desert. By February 1938, he had purchased the land, and construction began with the help of his fellowship. This period marked a significant phase in Wright's career, as he sought to create a winter home and studio that harmonized with the harsh desert environment. Wright's philosophy during this time emphasized organic architecture, designs that are in harmony with their surroundings. Once Wright visited the site and observed the surroundings, he decided to use local materials and resources as references to design his new Taliesin. By integrating elements from the desert environment, Wright aimed to create a structure that was in harmony with its natural setting. He chose materials such as natural stone and wood that were readily available in the area. This approach not only minimized the environmental impact but also reflected Wright's philosophy of organic architecture, where buildings are designed to be a unified part of their environment. By using these local materials, Wright not only reduced the impact on the site but also understood, analyzed, and studied the local climate to incorporate these characteristics into his design. He considered factors such as the intense desert heat, the need for natural ventilation, and the optimal use of sunlight, ensuring that the buildings were not only aesthetically pleasing but also functionally adapted to their environment. With these observations, Wright was clear in his constant quest to research and experiment with each Taliesin he created. He recognized that the primary needs to address were continuous solar exposure, the lack of humidity which facilitated natural ventilation for cooling, and the thermal mass provided by the local stone walls. By focusing on these aspects, Wright achieved hygrometric control, making the future Taliesin habitable under pleasant conditions. He initially experimented with these concepts in the Suntrap, ensuring that the living spaces were comfortable despite the harsh desert environment. The initial design of the Suntrap House was both practical and innovative. Located in a deep wash running along the western part of the site, the fellowship first built a long lean-to of wood and canvas, serving as the drafting room, dining room, and kitchen. Wright and his family lived in temporary quarters known as the Suntrap, which began with 3 sleeping boxes on a concrete slab and an outdoor stone fireplace. These boxes were later enclosed in a more permanent structure with wood and canvas, featuring roof flaps that could be propped open to welcome the warm winter sunshine. Another important factor in the design of this construction, as a model of sustainable architecture, is the flexibility of elements such as canvas, roofs, and pergolas for controlling solar exposure to regulate temperatures between winter and summer. With knowledge of the sun's path, we can see how these movable elements help control the interior environment in such constructions. Wright's use of adjustable components allowed for effective management of solar gain, providing shade in the summer and allowing sunlight to warm the spaces in the winter. In this temporary project prepared for the construction of Taliesin, we see how the interior is protected by walls, including the entrance courtyard. This feature not only provides protection, but also helps shield the space from desert windstorms, creating a protected area during certain conditions. Additionally, the use of operable shutters allows for the interior to be closed off when needed, enhancing the versatility and comfort of the living spaces. As a result, Wright's innovative solutions in the Suntrap House are truly remarkable. The use of cantilevered roofs and terraces that provide shade and reduces heat gain, making the house more energy efficient. The open floor plan and strategically placed windows enhance airflow, creating a comfortable living environment. These solutions demonstrate Wright's forward-thinking approach to sustainable and livable architecture. As we can observe in this image, Suntrap perfectly adapts to its surroundings. Using stone walls from its own location, it integrates and harmonizes, blending seamlessly with the landscape. Additionally, the use of shadows, cross-ventilation, and movable protective elements allows it to adapt to the climate, protecting the user and adjusting the interior climate according to local conditions. Furthermore, the building's mass, perfectly oriented, provides protection from the elements, ensuring comfort and safety for its inhabitants. In conclusion, Suntrap, despite being used as the initial residence for the construction of what would become Taliesin West, served as a prototype and analysis model. This early experimentation and experience provided invaluable insights that Wright would later apply to the design and construction of Taliesin West. The lessons learned from Suntrap's integration with its environment, use of local materials, and climatic adaptability were foundational in creating a sustainable and harmonious architectural masterpiece. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Frank Lloyd Wright's Suntrap House. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about architectural history and design, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring you more content like this. If you have any questions or topics you'd like us to cover, leave a comment below. See you in the next video.